Hello my lovelies, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I have a COS haul that I wanted to share with you. I have ordered some things in for my winter wardrobe and COS is always so good. I always find some new wardrobe favourites when I order from them and I'm really excited about today's haul. We have a little mix of some more festive pieces, some more casual loungewear and some really great winter staples. So let me show you the box. It's rather large. Winter pieces take a lot of space is what I am going to tell myself for this. But before we get into it, just in case some of you saw my previous COS haul where I whined about not having been able to get a hold of a certain handbag, I did actually manage to get my hands on it. In case you didn't already know, I just wanted to show that. So I have the bag here. I ordered this a little bit over a month ago now, probably like a month and a half, I think, and I am so excited about it. So for anyone who was wondering what I thought about this handbag, it's so amazing. I am so happy that I bought this. It's just a beautiful quality on the bag. The suede is so lush and just really substantial. It just is a beautiful quality. It is a really nice handbag and they do this in black smooth leather as well, and I also saw that they just came out with one in that sort of burgundy color, not too dark, really pretty color though, but I am hoping that means they are going to do a few more versions of this handbag as well. It's so good, so I can highly recommend this. I just wanted to do a tiny little mini review of that handbag before we get started. Now with that out of the way, let's get to some of the pieces that I got in today. And this first piece is one I have technically ordered previously, but I got it in the wrong size, so I'm hoping this is going to be the right size. These jeans right here, these are fairly long. It's quite good if you are tall. I can say that because I remember from last time when I tried them on, and I do think they are just such a beautiful pair of jeans, so I'm gonna try these on. I got these in a size 25. They were 89 euros and they are a regular fit, straight leg, high rise and full length. I would personally call these a wide leg rather than a straight leg, but who am I to decide that? Anyways, I am going to try those on and I want to try them on with a top that I ordered. I am kind of trying to order more of these pretty, slightly dressy winter tops, and that typically means they are knit. Just a dressy winter top is going to be different from a dressy summer top. It just is. So hopefully you know what I mean, and I am kind of working on my wardrobe collection of pretty slightly more dressy winter tops, and I have this off the shoulder one. They never really look that attractive sort of just hanging like this. They definitely look better on a body, so I'm going to try this on. I just wanted to have a look. I got this in a size extra small because COS clothing tends to be a little bit on the larger side, and when it comes to off shoulder or anything, you definitely don't want that to be too big because it's just gonna fall down and be really annoying to wear. And this top is 100% wool. It was 59 euros, which I definitely don't think is a bad price for 100% wool. It feels really, it's nice and soft, and it's not too thin either, although it is definitely on the thinner side. Just to keep that in mind, sometimes I order these wool tops and it's not really a good deal because they arrive and they are just essentially completely see-through, even in black, because they are so thin, and this does not seem to be like that at all. So let me put these two pieces on. I might have spoken a little bit too soon about this jumper. I will say on me it does have, maybe it's slightly sort of see-through-ish. It might also partly be because I think I would need this in a size up, so a size small might be a little bit looser in the arms. The arms are quite long though, as you can see, so I've kind of just scrunched them up a little bit. I do love this style though. I think it is such a beautiful top and such an easy way of being a little bit more dressy with an outfit. I would definitely pair this with just some black tailored trousers. I actually have that. Let me try that on next. But even with these jeans, you just have that quintessential jeans and a pretty top look, but winter edition, which I think works really well. For these jeans, these fit perfectly, I think. Obviously they're too long, I expected / knew they would be. But that is obviously a great thing for all of you with long, beautiful legs, and I can just hem mine to fit me. For the full length clips, I wanted to try these on with a pair of boots just so you can see the jeans, what they look like without that sort of broken leg and just puddling at the bottom, because I do think they are beautiful. And I've said this about these jeans before, I think they just have a really good sort of waist to hip ratio and then they go straight down. I really can't stand when jeans get really baggy in the hip area because I just find them so difficult to style, and these are just quite elongating, which is important for me, and they're also really comfortable. I also really like the way the pockets are placed in the back here, which might sound a bit strange, but when they're a bit higher up, I just think it's a little bit more flattering than the sort of pockets that go really low. So I ordered this pair of black tailored trousers as well, and I think these are absolute perfection. I hope they fit well. They're really classic, apart from the fact that they have this wrap over detail. And if there's one thing I really love in my wardrobe, it is classic clothing that has just a structural twist to it, and COS does that so well. I have a few of those pieces already. It just makes every outfit look really good and still like you're not really trying too hard. And these have that sort of belt with it as well. Kind of wish this was in gold. That's my only complaint, if I can say that. And these are in 100% wool as well, but they're not super warm. From what I can tell, they're also not very scratchy. I will take a look at that when I put them on, obviously, but I do love my wool trousers for winter, although these definitely are on the lighter side, I will say. You could almost be fooled into thinking this is a sort of cotton lyocell blend or something. It's very smooth. It feels very soft. Oh my goodness, I love these. Oh, these are the best thing ever. I'm so pleased. So because you have this belt, I can actually just tighten it so it fits to your waist perfectly. I got this in a size EU 34. That tends to be my regular size in COS trousers. They do run a little bit large, but my favorite thing, it has the perfect amount of drama, I think. This fold over detail is just adding so much style without really being too in your face or too over the top. I feel like a piece like this will really elevate your outfit, and you can just wear the most basic tops ever and you're still going to have like a top-notch outfit. That is how I feel about these. They're also really soft, none of that sort of scratchy wool feeling you sometimes get. Now, I did spot something that I'm very excited about, so let's switch gears into something quite casual. And I did order this lounge set. Well, you can order these pieces separately, but why would you when they look so good together? Hopefully. But I saw these two knit pieces, and you have this jumper, and I think they call this neckline a funnel neck. It's looking a bit funny. I'm a little bit unsure about this, but I love the cable knit pattern on this. It just looks so crisp and beautiful, and I always think that makes jumpers just look so much more high-end. And then I found the matching trousers as well. How beautiful do these look? I will say these look a little bit more classic, whereas the neckline here is a little bit strange, I think. We'll see when I put it on. But these trousers are just so cozy. They have a beautiful, very nice waistband as well. And the hem on these I thought was really cool as well. This rib knit detail. Again, with the same cable knit down the legs. I'm super excited to put this on. It just looks like the perfect lounge set for winter. So let's have a look. Okay, first of all, this is so incredibly comfortable to have on. It's so soft. And both of these pieces are 100% wool. If you are afraid of wool being scratchy and uncomfortable, you really don't have to be with this set. It's super nice and soft. And I can't remember the price of the jumper. The trousers were 115 euros. I really don't think that is a bad price for something that is 100% wool. I am unsure about this jumper, so I would love to hear what you think about it. I love the pattern here. I really love that the sleeve length is just perfect. Sometimes they can be really long or really short, very annoying. This one is perfect in that regard. And it's also quite long, sort of hitting me here. But what do we think about this neck? It's a very odd situation. I don't have any jumpers like this, where it's sort of a high turtleneck, but it's wider. It's not like sitting slim to my neck, I really don't know. What do we think? The trousers, however, pure love. I love, 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 love these. The waistband here is so nice and comfortable. The entire thing is very comfortable, really. And these are a pretty good length on me. So keep that in mind. If you're much taller, they're probably going to be, you know, a little bit shorter. You might not want that. Knit trousers are not that easy to just hem either. So you do want them in somewhat of the length that you want. And I bought both of these in a size extra small. I would say it's pretty consistent with a COS sizing overall. I really like this set. I can really see this being just one of my go-to loungewear sets for winter. Okay, so I just put on a t-shirt because I want to show you a jacket I bought, and I felt like it might be a little bit lumpy over the previous jumper. So the jacket is this one right here. How beautiful is this color? I am obviously obsessed with brown at the moment, and I have looked at this for a few months really. I have shared it previously in some of my collages and everything, so it has been on my wish list for a while. I do think this is really, really beautiful. It's so well made as well, and this is in a size extra small, so I will see if it fits. I bought that simply because I have waited so long that every other size was sold out. Very typical, so hopefully it will fit. We will see. This is in, I think, 60% wool and 40% lyocell, which again, natural materials, so it will breathe, but it's not one of those super thick 100% wool ones. It's quite light. So for anyone who is a regular viewer on my channel, or even just somewhat regular, I have bought a similar jacket from End of Their Stories that is in light grey, and that is a little bit on the thicker side, and I have worn it so much that I thought that I could kind of justify another colour simply because of how much I wear it. I know that the cost per wear is going to go down, and this one is a little bit different. This is not lined, it is in double-faced wool, which is so popular at the moment. You can see it's still finished really beautifully on the inside, and I really love the detail on the back with these darts. I just think it is such a pretty detail, although it's very small. I know, I need to get to the point of actually wearing this. As you can see, this is quite roomy, so you really don't have to worry about sizing down. And this is such a nice and light layering piece. I think if you live somewhere the winters aren't too cool, like you don't get a ton of snow, then I think this is such a good winter jacket. But even up here in Scandinavia, I can see getting quite a lot of wear out of this. Oh, it's really nice to have these pockets as well. I really like the style of it, and if you are on the shorter side as well, I'm sure you can relate to having these cropped jackets just be not very cropped at all, and then they're really, when they're too long, I just think they sort of divide up your body in half, and it is just not that flattering proportion wise. And this, I think, just hits that perfect point really. When they're too cropped, I just think they look a little bit too trendy, and like they're not that easy to style. They look very quickly like they're trying very hard to be stylish, and I just find them much more difficult. And this one just has that sort of air of being a little bit more cool and laid back and casual, and I think that is really good. I actually really like this, and I think it is a beautiful color as well. I am kind of just kicking myself for not buying it earlier in the season. The next piece is a proper winter item, and it is this beautiful Fair Isle knit jumper. I think this is such a beautiful piece, and it definitely blends straight in up here in Scandinavia. It is very much the style to wear throughout winter. Even going to the office, this is sort of very much accepted during winter as office wear because it's cold and we need to stay warm. And this is 98% wool, I think. 98% wool and 2% polyamide. I really love at a time where a lot of stores seem to introduce a little bit more plastic in their clothes, that COS seems to be quite focused on keeping a lot of 100% wool and very high wool content in their clothes. I think that is fantastic. And obviously because of that, this is going to be very nice and warm, and it is quite thick as well. It's a tight knit to it. So if you order really inexpensive knitwear, you will sometimes see that you can hold it up and you can just, it's completely see-through. This is really nice and densely knitted. I think it is beautiful. It's super, super soft as well. Again, if you're worried about wool, which I get quite a few comments from you guys telling me that wool is just a no-go because it's so itchy, I would recommend that you try different types of wool. I've also had wool that genuinely just straight up gave me a rash. So just try a few different things. It's so worth it when you hit on wool that is this nice and soft. So let me try this on. It's quite long, as you can see. I got this in a size extra small, again, because it's quite oversized. And this was 125 euros, 115 pounds. Again, I really don't think that is a bad price for how much wool you get. This is not a small jumper. All right, this is super, super cozy and warm and soft, and I just want to snuggle up on the sofa and just relax when I'm wearing this. Probably not the best idea to wear it to work, if I'm being honest, but I can definitely see bringing this to the cabin, and I can see this being worn a lot over winter. I really love the pattern on it. It's just really beautiful, and here obviously the sleeves are attached to the rest, the body, and they have this braided detail that I just thought was really, really pretty. It's adding such a beautiful detail to the jumper, but I do think it is a really, really nice one. Is there anything else I can say? I think it goes really well with these trousers as well. So maybe I keep this one and then I return the other jumper. But I do really love a matching set as well. Okay, difficult. But if you're into this kind of look, I can definitely recommend it. Just keep in mind that when you wear it, you will have to have a pretty sizable outerwear piece because the arm side here, the armpit area, is quite low. So sometimes when we try to put on outerwear that is kind of a little bit tight in the sleeves, that gets really chunky. So that is something to definitely keep in mind when it comes to knitwear pieces like this. But overall, I think it is just so beautiful. We are nearing the end, but I have two accessories that I want to show you. The first one is not going to be a surprise if you have been on my channel for a bit, and it is a dark brown belt. I think this is beautiful. I have already ordered, I think, 3 or 4 different dark brown belts. I keep trying to find the perfect one. And if you have any recommendations for one that you really love, please let me know. I have one that is fairly inexpensive, but it's not real leather, and I just want something in a higher quality. And this one I have looked at for a bit. I've also kind of shown it or talked about it in some of my videos because I am clearly a little bit obsessed when it comes to dark brown accessories. It's not really even coming through in camera. It's looking a little bit black. I promise you it's not. It's dark brown, and the quality of this is beautiful. I have some stupid expensive belts, and this one is how much? This was 59 euros, and it feels a lot more. If I'm being honest, the quality of this feels really, really beautiful. The leather is so soft and all the details are just done really well, which is not always the case for accessories in this price range. It's obviously a very, very simple design, but I do still think this is something that will elevate an outfit simply because it's a classic, timeless, understated piece that is still just high quality, so it looks really nice. Something that can look quite boring only really drags down an outfit if it's not made well, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm gonna stop rambling on. I saw that they have done this now in 4 colors, I think. They do sell out really quickly though, so I have been trying to order this for a while, and then when I saw a few of them in stock, I just knew I had to place the order immediately because it does sell out, and I can see why. Now, the rest of the haul is a little bit more on the festive side, and this next piece is quite a lot on the festive side. So I did order another handbag. I am quickly falling for COS accessories and especially handbags, but all their accessories seem to be done really well, which is not always the case on the high street, but I am really impressed. This one is, I'm not entirely sure if I can justify keeping it, so I would love to hear your input on it. But this is a clutch bag in sequin, and oh my goodness, this is so fun. So I can't even really tell if this is, it's sort of dark brown. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be burgundy. It's definitely looking dark brown to me, and this is a pouch clutch bag. I mean, Bottega Veneta made these popular a few years ago, and they haven't, even though they're not like the #1 it bag to wear anymore, this kind of shape has still remained quite relevant and popular. And as far as clutch bags go, I think it's really cool because you can kind of carry it in a way where it just looks a little bit more casual, and especially when it comes to a material like sequin that can so quickly be incredibly dressy and party sparkly. I really love that it's paired with a sort of the structure and just the silhouette of this slouchy bag. I think is really cool. It's sort of, I'm not entirely sure, but you can kind of open and close it like this, and it's very roomy. How much was this? This was 79 euros, so it's not too bad. I just always feel like I want to buy accessories in leather, and this is obviously not, but it is a very fun accessory. And I'm just thinking, okay, this could dress up a lot of my very basic outfits. Now that I'm thinking about it, the black trousers and the black top and this would be such a good party outfit, simply because you have a sparkly bag. So I might be able to get a lot of use out of it that way. I just think it is such a fun accessory, so I had to have a look at it. I do think it's nice. It's not sort of as impressive as the belt or the brown bag I showed at the beginning in terms of quality or anything. It's completely fine, but it's much more about the sequin, isn't it? And they're not super sharp, I will say that. A sequin can be really uncomfortable, but this is not so uncomfortable that I wouldn't sort of actually wear it like this. I think that is probably the only review I can give of this. Let me show you the last outfit I have, which is also sparkly. This next outfit is another set. Again, you can buy them separately, but I have this skirt and cardigan set, and I just thought this was quite unique and quite interesting, so I had to order it. But I genuinely am not entirely sure how I feel about it, so I'd love to hear what you think as well. I bought both of these pieces again in an extra small, and let's just take a look at the skirt first. So this is sort of a midi skirt and A-line, and I do think the color is really beautiful, that it's quite similar to the handbag. It's a little bit more burgundy colored, and it's obviously, I want to say this is lurex. It's glittery. You can't see it that well in a camera, but I can really imagine if you use this at night and then you have the light hit it, you will have quite a lot of sparkles going. And this was 115 euros. I'm just going to check the fabric composition. It's such an interesting fabric. The inside is very soft. This is actually 55% wool. I think that's quite good. It's 23% metallized fiber, 18% polyester, 3% polyamide and 1% elastane. But because it's knit, it's quite nice and stretchy. So very interesting, very interesting. I am going to try it on as a set, but I'm kind of seeing this maybe looking good with a very simple top instead and not as part of a set. That is my immediate feeling when I see this. I think it's so interesting to find festive pieces that aren't just straight up the classic satin, velvet or sequin. I think this is quite interesting, and because it's knitwear and it just falls, kind of, it's a little bit of a heavier fabric. Very interesting. Just gonna have a look at the cardigan before I put it on. This is obviously in a size extra small as well, and this was 125 euros. It looks quite big, I will say that, and it's also quite long, so I don't know how well these two are going to go together. And I don't know, maybe this would look good with other bottoms as well. I am just really not gravitating towards pairing these two together, but I think it would look really good with sort of leather leggings. That's not really something I wear a lot anymore, but I think that could look quite good. It could also look good with the tailored trousers from previously. I'm very fascinated by these pieces, but I'm not feeling super keen to style them. Let's try them on. Right, I am really not feeling this at all. I did tuck the cardigan in, which means it's a little bit lumpy up here, but it honestly looked a little bit better than when the cardigan was just hanging out. I'll show you some clips of that as well. Well, these pieces are clearly not made for me, I don't think. Well, I do actually kind of like the skirt. I am going to play around with it and see what it looks like with some of the other pieces in my wardrobe. I think even just like a strappy bodysuit could look quite good with this skirt, because the skirt will then be allowed to shine, and I do think it has that kind of cool movement simply because the fabric is so substantial, and just the weight of it I think is actually quite nice. It's creating a fun shape, and it is very comfortable. It's very, very soft to have on the inside. It's just in combination with this cardigan, it doesn't work at all. I typically really, really love having sets, but here it just doesn't work. And I think for me, the cardigan, it's not going to work with, like, I can't really imagine myself styling it with anything else either. The sleeves are quite long on me, so you can kind of do this, but then they look a bit, you know, bunched up. It's not made for me, and I think that is completely okay. And that is the entire haul. I'd love to hear what you think about all of these pieces. It honestly is just so much more fun to share it with you, and I get so many good suggestions from you as well. I can already tell that some of these are going to go straight into my winter capsule wardrobe, so if I have already posted that, I will link it, and if not, then it will be coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you very shortly in the next video. Bye!